channel Wheel of Fortune Psychic Tarot. My name is Nia, and in today's video we want to find out what your deceased loved one would do if they could turn back time. As you can see, you have these 3 crystals to choose from. I will zoom in on them in a minute, but I want to introduce them to you first. So for group number 1, we have Opalite. For group number 2, Cherry Quartz. And for group number 3, Obsidian. All you need to do now, as always, is to close your eyes, focus your attention on the deceased loved one that you would like to connect with today. Take a deep breath, pause the video if you have to, and when you think you're ready, then just see which one of these 3 crystals calls your attention the most. Do not overthink it, let your intuition decide, and then you can have a look in the description box down below where you find the timestamps for each individual group, so I'll see you there. Hi everyone who chose Opalite, one of my favorites. This is going to be your reading about what your deceased loved one would do if they could turn back time. And I love this stone so much, this crystal so much. Don't know if you could see, but in the close-up, the light was shining through the crystal, leaving such a beautiful orb on my desk. This is a truly magical crystal, and yeah, for some of you I'm getting that a deceased brother could come through. That's a very specific message that will obviously not resonate with a few, but if you have a brother on the other side, know that this is your reading, and know that your brother loves you very, very much. I feel like I need to tell you. I have this snow quartz heart here, and these crystals, clear crystal quartz crystals for clarity and purity, but I just feel pure love and innocence and a sense of freshness and renewal, which is gonna come through, and I'm feeling so much love coming from your loved ones here. So I feel like if they could turn back time, they would either love you more or be more loving in general. Like, they would choose love. They would choose love, and that there is a strong sense of them wanting to cleanse some negative energy. Yes, look, the 3 of Swords is kind of flipping over here, even though I hadn't asked the question yet, but there's a deep, deep disappointment with regards to their life and maybe your connection. And this doesn't have to be about brothers, okay? So anyone asking here, deep like disappointment, one of you feeling abandoned, or maybe not a really good relationship between the 2 of you, maybe you 2 arguing or hurting each other. And if your loved one could turn back time, they would not let it get to that point, and I feel like they want to apologize and bring the love back into your connection and get rid of the negativity, okay? So yeah, let's see what else. If you would like to book a personal reading with me where you can ask any kind of question, there is a link in the description box down below. But yeah, I need to keep on pointing out how your loved ones are telling you, I love you, I love you, I love you. They love you so very much. They love, 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 love you. Okay, let's see what they want to say. Also, by the way, this deck was gifted to me by my brother, so I don't think that's a coincidence. Let's see. What would they do if they could turn back time? Okay, that's the 3 of Wands. Okay, I need confirmation. But I feel like they would do things differently. By the way, I don't know if you could just hear that. I have the window open today because it's a nice, springy, beautiful day, and my neighbor's horse just neighed. If you heard that, I apologize, but that could be a sign for some of you. Wow, the King of Swords. I told you, if your loved one had the chance to turn back time, they would be a lot more authentic with you. They would express themselves clearly, and they would tell you exactly how they feel. They would make smarter and wiser decisions. Again, I really feel for some of you brothers are coming through. Let me know if that's the case, but I'm feeling a lot of male energy in this pile for the loved ones. It can be a female, but I'm feeling a lot of male energy. So they would be a grown-up. They would express their feelings to you, and they would talk to you about how they truly feel. And there is something about future planning that they would have done differently or expressed to you. I believe that for some of you, your loved one never told you about a specific thing that had to do with future plans in your connection. Or they never, maybe they never fulfilled a promise, something, maybe they promised you something about your future, and they did not fulfill that promise. So they're saying if they could, they would do it now. What else from your loved ones? What would they do if they could turn back time? I'm getting very put together energies from your loved ones. So either they were that way when they were alive, like really organized and kind of smart and having their stuff together, you know, or they weren't, but now they are the complete opposite. You know, the cards are just falling out neatly and there's no chaos. So that is very much King of Swords energy. They have clear thoughts and they want to express themselves clearly. Okay, get rid of any confusion. Look, the Knight of Cups in the reverse. They would offer you their love. Okay, they couldn't really do that when they were alive. For some of you, your loved one could have had a lot of mental health issues or like emotional instability issues, and that kind of kept them from expressing their love to you properly, or from maybe they told you they loved you, but they never really let any actions follow their words, you know. And if they could turn back time, they would like to be more emotionally stable. They are saying more grown up, more in charge, and they would have been like, I don't know how to express this, like a more stable partner for you, okay? Regardless of what your connection was, they would have wanted to be more stable and more straightforward and telling you exactly how they feel, and also not letting their emotions, their negative emotions rub off on you. It could be that sometimes they were a bit mean or triggered, or you know, in kind of a negative state of mind, and then they would leave it out on you, and they're saying if they could turn back time, they would not do that. Okay, they love you very, very much. What else? Okay, yeah, the Hanged Man in the reverse. They would act differently, and they are telling you that now, which is, it's kind of too late now, for now, because death is not the end. Reincarnation is real. When you meet up in a next lifetime, which I'm sure you will, because I do feel soulmate energy between the two of you. And by the way, I always have to keep on saying it because so many people have a false, uneducated understanding of what a soulmate is. A soulmate is not a romantic partner only. It's not called soul lover, okay? A soulmate is someone who is with you and helps you evolve spiritually and karmically. So you two here, you are soulmates, and that doesn't mean that you have to be lovers, okay? They see things differently now, and it's kind of too late for this lifetime, but it's not too late for your next lifetime. they see things so differently now, and they kind of feel a bit foolish, a bit immature looking back at their own life. They have a lot of regrets about being too emotionally unstable, not grown up enough, and not being very straightforward, not being very honest, not being very authentic, not treating you the way they truly felt about you, because they truly really loved you, but they couldn't properly make you feel that way. So they're apologizing, and they want to change this. Oh, this is the 9 of Cups. This is about making you feel comfortable, making you feel good. They wish they would have made you feel better, maybe provided for you in an emotional sense, you know, make sure that you feel happy. They didn't do that to an extent where now they're feeling confident looking back. Yes, I made my person feel loved and special. They really would have loved to treat you better so that you would feel better in your connection. Okay, they would have wanted for you to feel fulfilled and happy with them, and that was maybe not always the case, but know that in their heart that was their intention. It's just that their immaturity or their mental health issues interfered and they couldn't do it. Oh, lovely. This is the Page of Cups, and there is something special about this card here, because I don't know what this is supposed to be, like a veil or something, a veil or a scarf, and they have a little surprise for you. It looks like, and definitely I'm picking up on sibling energy here for many of you. Sibling energy, maybe they were your younger brother for some of you, or maybe younger sister, but you know, like a bit immature. And they want to let you know that they really, really love you. So they have explained to you what they would have done differently if, well, they could. And now they have a little surprise for you. There is a surprise hidden under that cup. And let's jump into the oracle cards to ask what that surprise is. Like, they have a surprise for you. They want to have this connection in spirit with you. And they want to make you feel loved. They want to let you know that death is not the end, and that, you know, they can still kind of fix their mistakes now, because you can have this amazing psychic spiritual bond. Okay, so oracle cards. Which one should I get? For some reason I want to get my written messages cards now. Well, your loved ones want to get those. If you would like to send in a tarot or an oracle card deck or some crystals, I have an Etsy and an Amazon wishlist link in the description box down below. Or you could donate via PayPal or Super Thanks. I would appreciate that. But you know, the best way to help me out is by liking and commenting. If you don't know what to say, drop me a purple heart. And guys, it's been helping so much that you're commenting. I've been getting a lot more subscribers than usual. So thank you so much to everyone who's been liking and commenting. You're helping the whole community. Let's see. This card kind of wanted to come out. Like, your loved ones are very grown up now. They have a lot of composure. They are very put together now. They want to make sure the correct card falls out. And I want to ask them, what is this surprise about, please? What's this surprise about? What's the surprise? There is a higher purpose. Okay, this surprise somehow relates to making you feel assured that they are still with you. Okay, they want to probably send you unexpected lovely signs that make you feel so sure that they are still with you in spirit. And then you will feel a little more at ease about their passing. or about any kind of wound in your past connection. Okay, so this is probably talking about unexpected, wonderful signs that make you feel a certain way. I'm so sorry about my neighbor's annoying dog. That dog barks all the time. It's awful. If it gets too much, I'm just gonna close the window. What else about that surprise? I miss you so very much. Look, they want to send you signs telling you that they miss you. And by the way, today's reading is inspired by a song called If I Could Turn Back Time by R. Kelly. Maybe you want to listen to it. And they will send you songs or anything that will make you feel a certain way emotionally. They will send you signs, but yeah, through song lyrics, telling you that they still love you, that they're still with you, that, you know, their feelings for you haven't changed. And they're really, really missing you and are feeling so much regret about not making you feel appreciated and happy and not expressing their love to you properly. And maybe for some of you, they're feeling regretful about not making you an offer with regards to your future. If you were in a romantic relationship, that could have been a marriage proposal or planning to move in together. Okay, like whatever resonates with you, they would have loved to plan a future with you together. One last, I think we're done with these messages cards. We're gonna get some different oracle cards now about what they would do differently, or maybe some more details about that surprise, which is, I'm really intrigued about that. But definitely signs, I'm getting it now, signs that you can't see. So don't expect to get many visual signs maybe for now from your loved one. That can always change, but for now, no visual signs, because this page here, you can't see what's underneath that veil. Nothing visual, okay? Also not necessarily dreams, I don't feel like. Stuff that you can hear and touch, okay? Stuff that you can hear and touch, so probably songs and things that make you feel very emotional. So that can only be songs, you know? Also, some of you, have you been hearing footsteps? Looking at that card, and I'm kind of getting footsteps. If you've been hearing footsteps, that's your loved one walking around. This could also, by the way, be not a younger sibling, but like a child spirit could also be the case. Child spirit. I'm getting like boys for so many of you. It doesn't have to be, but for many of you will be boys. And what is this? Fish. I'm like, there is no fish, but I'm seeing a fish. Does that resonate with some of you? Like fish? Fish as a sign? I don't know, but watch out for footsteps. That's something that you can hear. Yeah, and that is something that will really surprise you, and something that will make you feel a little bit scared, because it kind of looks like a ghost, this cup. So they're definitely with you, sending you many audible signs. Okay. The empty room. Do you guys, okay, this is a very specific message from your loved ones. At nighttime, when you are alone in your bedroom, or not necessarily your bedroom, but, you know, maybe your living room, but wherever you are at nighttime, you will hear these noises, and it's important that it's dark. And that will probably make some of you feel scared, but you shouldn't be scared, you know. If you were not scared of your loved one when they were alive, why should you be now? But they're telling you at nighttime, they visit you, and if you hear some footsteps or some movement, it's them. Do not be scared. It's them. Yeah, you're probably scared that you're haunted, but you're not haunted necessarily. It's like your loved ones, obviously spirits, but they visit you at night in the dark. And you won't be able to see them, but you will be able to hear and feel them. They also try to touch you, by the way, and they touch objects. If you notice that certain objects move in your room, it's them. They try to make you feel their presence. And like you won't, by the way, no, you won't see the objects being moved. You will hear objects being moved. or some noise that comes from objects, and that's your loved ones in the dark with you. It sounds a little bit creepy, but I promise you it's not in this case. They love you, they're good spirits. What else? Okay. I think we need that one, the heart. That one is not going to be relevant. I always let my psychic intuition decide, because this one landed on my thumb like this. The heart. There's two people in the boat and two pink circles connecting. That's your soulmates confirming, your loved ones confirming that you are soulmates. You're sitting in the same boat. You are on the same karmic journey. And look at that pink color. It's so lovely. They still love you so very much. They are still in that same boat with you. You are never alone. They're always by your side. They loved you too much in order to fully cross over. I believe they still walk on this earth, because I'm so focused on this page's feet, like walking on the ground. So they're still with you, still in the same boat. And I'm getting a few images of water, boat, fish. Do some of you live close to the ocean? Would you and your loved ones spend a lot of time by the ocean, or maybe it's a lake or a river, like something to do with water? Do you have some fond memories of experiences you made with your loved one surrounding water? That could be, but they love you so much, pink, and you're soulmates. And yeah, the heart, maybe just a symbol of love, or maybe also listen to your own heartbeat. Focus your attention on your heartbeat. If your heartbeat increases at nighttime out of the blue, could be your loved ones. Also, if you've been having some heart issues, which I'm kind of picking up on for some of you, your loved one tries to heal your heart issues, because the spiritual cause of your heart issues is a broken heart. That's lovely. Also, number 30 will mean something. Some of you, the castle, and we have a rose here. A rose, and what is this? Like, I see a necklace or some jewelry. Do you guys have some jewelry that maybe your loved one gave to you, or that you inherited from your loved one, or that you had made in memory of your loved one? They're talking about a specific piece of jewelry, and they love to see you wearing it. Okay, they love it when you put on that piece of jewelry. Also, I see a pink rose here. If you see flowers, if you spend time outside and you see some flowers, that could be a sign from your loved one. But again, I feel like it's more the smell. It's not so much about visual stuff. I get it now. If you smell a certain perfume, got it. Okay. Certain perfume or a certain scent that's kind of maybe flowery, floral, rose scent, that's your loved one. They try to make you believe in their presence and spirit by sending you noises and scents. Okay, so watch out for scents. What else? The creator. Yes, I love this. I'm not sure what this is, but I believe that this hand is holding a fountain pen or something. But there is someone drawing. And again, it's in the dark. They try to send you messages, write messages to you that you will only see with your third eye. I kind of see an eye here, and these colors of the rainbow, by the way, rainbow reflections all over my desk today. But you won't see them with your actual eye. You will see them with your third eye. So maybe do some third eye chakra meditations, and you will get visions with your third eye. But focus on noise and stuff that you can smell and hear, and it will be very surprising and maybe a little bit scary. It will happen mostly at night, and it will be your loved ones telling you, I'm here, I love you, I'm sorry, I wish I would have been more straightforward, and I wish I would have loved you better. Okay guys, so that's all I have for you in this reading. Really hope it resonated. If it did, then please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on the bell for notifications so that you will never miss out on a new reading on my channel in the future. Take very good care and until soon, hopefully. Bye. Hi everyone who chose Cherry Quartz. I love this quartz so much. It's so wonderful. I love the colors in it. This is going to be a reading about what your deceased loved one would do differently if they could turn back time. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, there's a link in the description box down below. You can ask literally any question, okay? But yeah, what would they do differently? I'm getting a lot of psychic downloads just from touching your crystal, as usual. There is something about the ground, about something like sticking something into the ground or someone jumping on the ground. Oh, I'm getting it now. This is a bit sinister, but something about your loved one losing their life laying on the ground, on the floor, on concrete maybe this is. Sorry if that's triggering, but they're sending me images. I'm getting girl energy. For many of you, young girls will come through, maybe daughters, maybe younger siblings, or maybe, I don't know, it doesn't matter what relationship you were in, but many of you are getting young girls, and many of your loved ones died kind of from maybe jumping, ending it themselves, or they accidentally fell. But many of your loved ones will have lost their life landing uncomfortably on concrete or a hard surface. Wow, this is a heavy start. I was expecting for this reading to be a bit more uplifting with this Cherry Quartz. It might be, but there's some heaviness, or something about stabbing and blood. I'm sorry guys, but it really helps a few of you if I tell you these psychic downloads that I do get. So let's see, what would your loved ones do differently if they could turn back time? This reading is timeless and not gender specific or relationship specific. Keep that in mind. A soulmate is anyone who is important for your karmic and spiritual journey. They are not strictly romantic. They're not called soul lovers. I just need to say that, unfortunately, all the time, because people don't understand. They have a false concept of what a soulmate is. Okay, so what would they do differently? Okay, the 5 of Wands. Okay, there's something about a box. Some of you have a box, maybe a box with some pictures or letters from your loved one. Like you have a box filled with stuff that reminds you of your loved one. And you spent a lot of time looking at things from that box, so you have that box somewhere. There's something very specific about a box, maybe filled with photos or letters or like some little trinkets or personal belongings. And do you guys also, do you have a little altar where you light a candle? Do you have a candle next to your loved one's picture? Do you leave like little offerings there and flowers or something? I see you guys doing that. And your loved ones are talking about that, so they see you do that. But yeah, 5 of Wands, I apologize, is talking about conflict. And here it says in the background, Dia de Muertos, so Day of the Dead. I have done a Dia de Muertos reading on my channel. Maybe that's your sign from your loved ones to watch my Dia de Muertos reading. You will find it if you go through my videos and search Dia de Muertos, which is specific to Mexican culture. And it says that death is not the end, okay? And as long as you remember someone, they are not forgotten. but they just obviously wish they didn't die. But there is a sense of conflict and maybe even, unfortunately, violence. I'm just going to have to say it, violence. And it has to do with their passing. And they regretted, obviously, because they didn't want to die, but they also regretted that you are now suffering from trauma because of the probably violent death that they experienced, okay? So they would have prevented their passing if they could have. And what else? Something about fire as well. Maybe fire is a cause of death to some extent to some of your loved ones. Or there's something about burning, maybe. Or you cremated your loved one's body, and you have their ashes still. Yes, many of you will have their ashes still. Do you have them in your house even? Anyway, they feel very connected to the place where you have a little altar or where their ashes or remains are. Ace of Pentacles. Guys, I'm seeing concrete. I'm seeing like a rough, hard surface. I read all cards intuitively. Be very careful with what you say in the comment section. YouTube will remove your comment if you don't censor sensitive words. Some of your loved ones might have jumped to their own death, or they were shoved, pushed, and they fell. Something about violence and your loved one landing on a hard surface and kind of bleeding there. Sorry if this is triggering, but they're talking about that. They're talking about the way they passed away. They are still a bit traumatized by that. And they know that you are. And the way they passed. For some of you, if your loved one died a violent death and you are not sure who it was, okay, if, an outside influence ended their life. I'm not going to say the M word. They want you to do that. It happened over money or power, some of you, okay? But yeah, and if you're not sure if their death was an accident or something natural, they're telling you it was not an accident. It was not an accident. It was an intention. Falling, jumping, being shoved. Wow, the Magician in the reverse. This is about, look, guys, oh my God, I'm getting goosebumps. Do you see this hand on the card? I told you some of your loved ones were pushed, were shoved, or they died at the hands of someone. So if you're still doubting the cause of your loved one's passing, if it's unclear whether it was a natural death or not, it wasn't. Someone has their hands in it. There is some involvement over a power struggle, okay, or maybe just plain violence, I don't know, but someone else is involved. Someone manipulated your loved one's passing, and they wish they would have not been involved with these people who did it, because they were, okay? They were probably, for many of you, not random strangers. Your loved ones wish that they would have stayed away from this danger in order to prevent their passing. And again, there is something about their ashes, if they are cremated, something about their ashes. I believe they are not quite happy with where you put their ashes. They want you to put their ashes somewhere else, or maybe distribute their ashes somewhere. Don't know, this will resonate only for very few of you, but yeah, they wish they would have stayed away from the people who did it if someone else did it, or if they ended their own lives, they wish they would have not done it. They regret it. Also, for many of you, there is a strong sense that they regret not sorting out their will. They should have foreseen this incident, they believe, okay? So they wish they would have taken care of their will to make sure that you get what is yours legally, okay? So this is about inheritance. Or they wish they would have made sure that you would be okay without them. if they had foreseen that passing to an extent where they could have made some preparations, okay? Wow. What else do they regret? Queen of Wands. I'm not going to take this card. I was just drawn to look at it, and I see a weird symbol that is not in any other card. What is this about? What is this symbol? Okay, like it doesn't matter what it actually is. I see a D and an O. D and O. D and O. D. Does that resonate with some of you? But they want to say that they see you kind of spending time at their altar, and they hear you calling their name, or like they hear you talk to them. They want you to reassure you, or if you have this box of memories, they want to reassure you that they do notice that, okay? But we want to know what they would do differently if they could turn back time. So that's kind of not relevant to the question. Wow, the Hierophant. They wish. This is weird because it's not too late for that, but they want to stay in touch with you. Guys, do not use Ouija boards because you see a Ouija board on there. I mean, you can. I'm not telling you what not to do. And any tool of divination, people don't like when I say that, but it's the truth. I'm talking from an educated place here. Any tool can open portals. If you don't know what you're doing, it can open portals. Ouija boards have that reputation of being the most dangerous tool. And you know that's because so many people give the Ouija board energy of being so scared that it will invite demons in, then of course it happens. But if Hollywood had decided to use tarot instead of Ouija boards for all the horror stories, it would be that thing with tarot. I'm just telling you, be cautious. But they want to communicate. They have a lot to say to you regarding their passing. They want to shed a light on something. So they regret leaving you in the dark about what truly happened. But it's not too late. You can still communicate, and hopefully this reading will give you some insight. Okay, some clarity. Let's just ask them what exactly this is about here. Sorry that this is not like a fluffy, wholesome reading. This is quite deep, but I always give you guys the truth. So what is this Hierophant about, please? This is the Six of Cups. So yeah, that's just what I said. I did interpret that card correctly. See, I always use my psychic intuition. In standard tarot card reading, you would interpret this card differently, okay? It has a different meaning. A generic meaning is very different. But here, I gave you the correct interpretation. This is about your soulmate bond. They still want to stay in touch. So maybe they regret, yes, definitely leaving you in the dark about what led to their passing. But also if you separated and either physically or emotionally, they really truly regret that because they love you so much. They're missing you so much now. They maybe regret their life choices, and there is so much heaviness that they regret. They're missing you so much, which is why they want to give you answers you're looking for, okay? Death is not the end. You can still communicate. And I see a lock here, and that's very interesting because today I finished editing and uploading a video for my second YouTube channel, and it allows you to choose from locks, 3 different locks. It's about unlocking a special gift. Maybe you should watch that reading. I don't know if that video will be out by the time this one comes out on my psychic channel, but keep an eye open for the video with the locks in the thumbnail on my other YouTube channel. It might help you receive answers, and it might give you clues as to what you can do in order to have a safe spiritual connection and communication going with your deceased loved one. So wow, this is a bit traumatic, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I need to get a different kind of oracle card deck for you here, because they're telling me, or my intuition's telling me, to use this deck. If you would like to send in a deck or some crystals, I have an Amazon and a Etsy wishlist link in the description box down below, or you can donate via PayPal or super thanks. But the best way to help me out is by liking and commenting. If you don't know what to say, drop me purple heart. Thank you so incredibly much to everyone who's been doing that. It's helped me so much. My channel has grown a lot faster thanks to you, so really appreciate that. Let's see what else your loved ones have to say to you about their regrets. Some more clues, please, about the regrets. Okay, this is some kind of cactus. Number 29. 29 will resonate with many of you, but it also adds up to 11. 11 is justice. And I see a letter T. There is no T, but I see a letter T. So was that in this pile? No, that, yes, in this pile where I said letters D and O resonate. Now we have a letter T or J. T or J. Does that make sense to you? But yeah, they want to give you justice, and they are now trying to think of ideas on how to send you signs and communicate. Sorry that they are not talking about their regrets. They regret this trauma and this incident that they would have wanted to prevent, but now they're talking about you, about them wanting to communicate, and they're trying to think of things. And this guy here, this cactus guy, kind of looks very similar to this ghost guy. He kind of looks like, what's his name? Johnny Depp from Pirates of the Caribbean. They're thinking of ways to give you answers because they want justice. Maybe they want for you to get justice as in closure, or they want to tell you the truth about how they passed so that they will get justice. Okay. And the letter T or J might be relevant here. Yes, Heavenly Dancer Devotion. They love you. They really, really love you. They are devoted to you. That's the soulmate card here, Six of Cups. They love you and they want to be free, and they can only feel free and uplifted and truly transform once you or they have justice. What else? Okay. Boat adrift. Taking life as it comes. That is a bit weird because in group number 1 there was a message about a boat. So if you felt drawn to watching group number 1 as well, then definitely do watch it. But we have a boat here, a ship, a boat. And this guy looks like Pirates of the Caribbean guy, you know, Johnny Depp. So there is something about boats and ships that will resonate with you maybe. Also, there is no actual bathroom, but I'm getting pictures about a swimming pool, bathtub. That will resonate with some of you. But yeah, 14 is about healing. They need healing. They're confirming what I said. They need justice. They want to heal. They want to truly move on, but they can't because something's holding them back. And it's the fact that they or you haven't got justice over the way they passed. They want for you to shed a light on that. So they deeply regret how they passed. Let's get some of these for you now. The fault line. This is again about, I see concrete and a very dry kind of ground. Maybe for some of you, your loved one jumped from a bridge and they landed on, you know, that surface when a dry surface where usually you have water, and when the water retrieves, it's dry and cracked like that. That's where their body was found or something. That is very sinister. But you need to follow traces and clues that they try to send you, and they're really thinking hard on how to communicate with you. And someone needs to be blamed for their passing, and that person hasn't been found yet for many of you. Look, another, the starborn, another cracked eggshell, cracked egg, the cracks, something cracked, something was broken. Maybe your loved one had some broken bones as well. If they had, know that the broken bones, that was not an accident. That was someone either deliberately doing that to them, or they deliberately hurting themselves with the intention of ending their lives. Number 3, but I feel like for many of you, there's third-party influence with regards to your loved ones passing, and they need that to come out. They need truth to be out that it was a third-party influence. And starborn, on my other YouTube channel, I did a reading about star seeds. Maybe it's a sign that you should watch that, which was a wonderful reading, by the way. So yeah, there is something needs to be cracked open. Something that there is a truth that needs to come out in order for your loved ones to find peace. And their main regret is the way they died. So yeah, guys, that was your reading. Sorry it was so heavy, but I hope it brought you clarity. If it did, then give it a thumbs up. Comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on the bell for notifications so that you will never miss out on a reading on my channel in the future. Take very good care, and until soon and flee. Bye. Hi everyone, it chose Obsidian. This is going to be your reading about your deceased loved ones' thoughts. What would they do if they could turn back time? And I was going to say I'm a bit worried about this crystal because every time that I pick Obsidian, I get some very a bit overwhelming messages. So just trigger warning, be prepared. I feel your loved one's presence, and look at this reflection here. Do some of you see orbs? Because I truly believe that your loved ones are still around for the majority among you, and you will see orbs. Maybe check your pictures, you will see orbs. But guys, not every light reflection is an orb. Educate yourselves on what a spirit orb is and what is not. I see this rainbow here, which is a very good sign. It kind of has a similar shape compared to this crystal, so I hope we're gonna be okay. But I'm getting psychic downloads. If you want to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box. You can ask literally anything, okay? But yeah, in this reading, I'm getting psychic downloads about some shouting and screaming. For some of you, shouting and screaming, maybe an argument or some violence, some trauma. This is a lot. But thank you to everyone who's been booking private readings and who's been giving me validation for the things that I said to you guys in your private readings, because I see things and my senses get stronger and stronger because I do this every day now. And I see and hear specific things that can't come from tarot cards. So it helps me out a lot when you confirm, also you guys in the collective readings, when you confirm what I say here based on psychic intuition, it helps me strengthen my senses. So screaming, shouting, some noise. But let's see what they would do differently, okay? If they could turn back time. Guys, 7 of Swords in the reverse. See this black hole here? This is like the entrance of a tent. But there's something about a black. I could see that in my, psychic mind with the screaming and shouting, like some stairs or a hallway in like quite darkness and screaming and shouting. But this is something about your loved ones. They were not honest with you about something. They hid a truth from you. Maybe because they were afraid of an argument that would escalate, or they did not tell you about some conflict that they were battling. What did they not tell you about? So they are regretting not telling you about something, and if they could turn back time, they would tell you. So what is that, please? What would you loved ones not hide? 9 of Pentacles. It kind of wanted to come out in the reverse. I'm focused on this bird here. If you see birds, guys, those are spiritual messengers delivering greetings from the other side. I need confirmation, but this could be about some financial stuff. What's this about, please? Okay, the Chariot. In the reverse, for some of you, your loved ones could have lied to you about their financial situation or about their career. They made themselves look a lot more successful and on track than they truly were. I think they lied to you about being fine. They lied to you about having a goal and, you know, just being successful. They lied to you about that. They lied to you about something regarding finances. Yes, they lied to you, guys. I didn't say anything. And this card, I didn't say anything. I wasn't shuffling. And this card flipped over. This is about deception. They purposely deceived you. And if they could turn back time, they would be honest with you. Now, this could also be them being purposely deceitful about an addiction that they might have had, which their addiction then turned into financial problems because they invested all their funds, their money into their addiction. They made you false promises, but yet they really, really deeply regret not being open and honest with you about what was truly going on. And there was a lot of financial instability, maybe even financial dependence that they never told you about. They were dishonest to you about their goals and their career and their plan in life. And they might have had a drug addiction issue, substance abuse addiction issue, not for many of you. If your loved ones weren't, they just lied to you. There were many, many lies about many different things. A kind of a catfish person. If you were in a long distance relationship with them and you found out about their passing and you maybe never even met in person, know that they presented a completely false picture of themselves to you, and you are suspicious you right now, or you have always been suspicious, but they're telling you they were not authentic at all. Look at this ghost here at the center. It's like a classical kind of ghost. You did not see or know the real them. They lied about so many things to you because they wanted to appear attractive, beautiful, successful. They wanted to be seen in an amazing light, and they wanted to hide their shadow side. Obsidian is about the shadow, the dark side of anything, really. And the stone is good because it absorbs that energy, but you know, when I as a medium touch it, I can feel that energy. They lied to you. They really, really lied to you, and they wish they would not have lied to you. They lied to you about many things. Maybe they gave you promises about what they wanted to do with you, and it didn't come true, and they knew that it never would. The Sun in the reverse. Who is this? Hang on, I need confirmation for what exactly it is that they regret here. What's this Sun in the reverse card about, please? Okay, Queen of Wands. And it kind of wanted to come out in the reverse as well. And I could, it's not funny, obviously, but I can feel your loved ones like struggling in spirit to give me an explanation. Like when you address an issue with someone and they're kind of struggling to explain because they feel ashamed. That's the kind of energy I was feeling in the cards. So, they knew that you were expecting actions to be followed by their words. They kind of knew that you were starting to doubt their story. And they just thought very highly of you. You don't have to be a female watching this, but many of you are. And if they ghosted you, it was because they knew that you would be very upset and that you would eventually see the truth of this situation. But they regret treating you like that, and they would have not let it get that far. But they want you to know that they had a serious mental health issue. They had quite a big ego, but only on the outside. You know, on the outside, they wanted to appear like attractive and amazing, and like they had everything going for them. They wanted to appear like happy, but they were not happy. Deep down, their inner child was very wounded. I feel like they were not loved enough when they were kids. And they kind of learned that you only earn love and acceptance when you are successful, and they thought that they could win you over by just pretending to be someone they are not. So they would have not lied to you. They would have been more honest, but I don't know if they would have been successful in doing that because they have deep issues. So that's what they're regretting, guys. Wow. I'm gonna get these oracle cards for you here. If you two would like to send in tarot or oracle card decks, I don't know what I'm talking about, or crystal, I have an Etsy and an Amazon wishlist link in the description box down below. You can also donate by PayPal or super thanks, but the best way to help me out, guys, by liking and commenting. If you don't know what to say, drop a purple heart. It really helps. It really helps, and I really appreciate that. So let's see what they would do differently then. Separation. Obviously this reading is not gender specific or relationship specific. Many of you will have been in a romantic relationship with them, possibly long distance, and they took advantage of that distance in order to deceive you. And look, time apart from your partners on the horizon. Many of you were like in a physical kind of separation, and they regret taking advantage of that separation in order to deceive you even more. Okay, it's a lot easier to hide things or to give you a false narrative when you're very far away. If you were not physically separated, then you were emotionally. Okay, they gave you such a different picture compared to what was truly going on. So they regret that, and they regret like leaving you hanging in the wind, making you hang on to false promises. They regret that. Release your ex. The time has come to clear energy. Okay, for many of you, and that will, not many, well, kind of many, I believe, but this will be something that you do know or that you were suspecting. Your loved one was still attached to an ex, and the separation was because maybe they were in an actual relationship with someone who wasn't their ex yet, or they were kind of playing games and they had several like love interests going at the same time. If it's not a romantic situation, there is a different person involved, or maybe a group of people involved for many of you that your loved one never told you about. And yeah, they should have been honest, but they knew that if they had told you, you would have not liked that at all. You would have given them a hard time. So third-party influence that they never told you about. I have a reading, by the way, on my channel here. It's called Your Deceased Loved One's Hidden Truth. You might want to watch that, you guys. Look up that video on my channel. You might receive some more messages in that. So we're going to take this card here. Love yourself first. Look. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. I read all cards intuitively, but they were egotistical. They had a problem with their ego. They wanted to be seen as this amazing person, and they kind of didn't really pay attention to how much they hurt you in this case by being such a liar. Okay, so they regret being so egotistical in this connection. Gonna get some more cards here for you guys. If I get them out of the box. Yes. Okay. So Look how the rainbow is now shining on this deception card. They do feel sorry, guys. They really do feel sorry, but I'm just gonna have to be honest with you. They were not the best person in that sense. So I don't know if they would deserve a new chance. Okay, if you're too hurt, you don't need to give them another chance in the next lifetime. I'm just warning you that this might be a karmic pattern for your loved one that they will not overcome so easily. Peacock, raise your standards. This is kind of confirmation from Spirit about what I just said to you. You guys, you should raise your standards. You deserve more than someone who treats you like this. Okay, so don't hold on to this person necessarily, okay? Just try to find peace about the situation and move on. You deserve more. You guys, you watching, you should raise your standards. And your loved ones here, they know they did not live up to your standards. Obviously, they talked a lot about these standards, but they didn't have them. Friendship. Now to your friendship. So they regret not treating you fairly. They didn't treat you fairly because they lied to you. And they would have... I don't know. I'm just going to have to be honest with you guys. I don't know if they would have succeeded in doing that differently. If they could turn back time, I fear that they would take this same route down to deception, okay? The same road down to deception. I don't think they are mature enough to really do that differently, but know that, you know, they recognize their mistakes. They should have treated you fairly. And yeah, so we take this card. Choices. Yeah, they should have made better choices, but so should you guys. You should have left them when you first started doubting their narrative, okay? And they should have made better choices, obviously, and not being so deceitful and a liar. For some reason, I'm going to take these both cards for you. Self-reliance. Don't be afraid to fly solo. I think you stuck with them because you were afraid to be single, or to be just, maybe if this is about friendship situation, you didn't want to be alone, and I understand that. I'm not judging you, but Spirit is saying you should let that person be. You should truly move on from it now. You deserve much, much better, guys. And your loved one has a lot of learning to do, a lot of healing to do. And yeah, just know that they see what they did there by lying to you and deceiving you. So yeah, that's all I have for you. I really hope it brought you clarity. If it did, then give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on the bell for notifications so that you will never miss out on a new reading on my channel in the future. Take very good care, and until soon, hopefully. Bye.